This is the Cali-Bros quick start guide for the Hubsan X4 micro quadcopter. Here's what you get in the box. First thing you want to do is get to charging. Here's your charger. We recommend plugging into something like this or your computer. These are a little more reliable than computers because these are always going to be on when they're plugged in. First thing you want to do is plug this into the wall. You'll notice that if you plug this battery into here, the light's going to turn on, but it's not even plugged in. This is draining your battery. You never want to drain your battery all the way. So plug this into the wall first and then plug in your battery, and that'll save your batteries. When this red light turns off and this is plugged in, that means you're done charging. We highly recommend you install the optional Propeller Protector. It's going to save your propellers from a lot of abuse. Also, it may protect you from some injury. Come in different colors, as you can see. But to install it, first you got to take off the propellers. You can do it with this tool that we sell. Just pry them off like that. Or if you don't have the tool, you can use a butter knife or something. You'll see there's a small A here. On the propeller, there's also going to be an A or a B. You got to match the A's and B's. Just slide the propeller protector on top and press it down. Alright, battery's charged up. Put your 4 AAA's in here. Turn your radio on first, that's important. And then plug in your battery. So I'll shove this all the way forward. All I'm going to do is plug these 2 leads together and set it down on something still. These lights are going to blink until it's set down on something still. The gyros basically have to initialize. Once your lights are solid, ready to go, you're ready to fly. First thing you got to know when you're flying is drop the throttle when you get into trouble. This thing can really get away from you. It's quick and the range is incredible. This is the throttle. This one's going to control your pitch and roll. Meaning if I push forward like this, it's going to pitch down and go forward. If I pull up, as they say, it's going to go backwards. Roll right, roll left. And then this one, if I move it to the right, it's actually going to rotate this thing like so. So I'll do like a flat 360. You want to get the throttle about a little over halfway. You get this thing at least 2 feet off the ground. It's going to fly a lot better when it doesn't have the ground effect and all the turbulence from the propellers hitting the ground. And also notice the red LEDs in the back. That's the back of the quadcopter. Keep that towards you at the beginning. If you want to rotate it, you can rotate it like that. And I'm just going to do a short demo of how this thing flies. Now if it seems to drift and it's not near any objects like the ground, you can trim it. And you can trim it by hitting these arrows. Like let's say for instance it's drifting to the left and you're always having to hit the stick to the right. Push this button a couple times and that'll trim it. Expert mode. Enable expert mode. You press down on this right stick. You notice that the light blinking a different color. You're also going to notice the quadcopter gets a lot more reactive. Okay, when in expert mode you decide you want to do a flip, just move the right stick up and down really quickly like that and the thing is programmed to flip. You can also flip it left and right by doing this really quickly. It's really only going to flip when you got a fully charged battery and good propellers. And you're going to need a little bit of altitude, so it's not really recommended for indoors. If your lights start blinking like this, can mean one of 2 things. One, it's probably out of batteries, but it can also do this if you have a real hard crash and you don't cut the throttle right away. One of these motors will start drawing too much power and automatically go into a safe mode. If that happens, just disconnect it, reconnect it, basically reboot the thing, and it'll fly just fine. If these start blinking, you really want to land it as quickly as possible. It's going to allow your batteries to last a lot longer if you don't over discharge them. Okay, if only the front 2 lights are blinking, that just means you haven't bound to the transmitter yet. Try disconnecting the battery, turn the radio on first, and then plugging the quadcopter in. Now, if both the front blue lights are flashing at the same time, that just means you haven't initialized it yet. All you got to do is set it down on the ground. Boom, ready to fly. Thanks for watching. Check us out online for this quadcopter and others such as the H107D FPV model. Yeah, that's right, that's a camera. and other quadcopter parts and products at Cali-Bros.com. Thanks.